Hi, I'm Devon Rae, holistic nutritionist, here today to talk about the Metabolic Balance Program and what you get when I'm your coach. Okay, let's get going. So, what's covered in this video? Basically, what is it? How does it work? We're going to recap the science and why it's so effective and why it's the leading program in the weight loss industry. We're going to talk about what the coaching process looks like, how many appointments, the accessibility, and our touch points and our 3 month timeline. What's included and the cost, of course. We'll get there and we'll talk about everything associated with that and what it is to join the Metabolic Balance Program. Okay, so what is metabolic balance? I just want to say that this to me is so important because it is for everybody. It's not just for weight loss, it is for optimizing your metabolism, your blood sugars, your energy, your anti-aging, your hormones, your sleep. This is just it is the best. And you once you have this program once, you can keep it and revert back to it anytime that you need, with the 8 rules and the things that you'll have implemented. You'll be able to have this for life. No more yo-yoing, no more gimmicks, no more products. This, I think it's revolutionary. So what is it? Metabolic Balance is an all innovative, all natural nutrition program that brings balance to your hormones, optimizes your health, and leads to a new invigorating lifestyle, resulting in successful long-term weight management. Okay? Metabolic Balance was developed over 25 years ago by Dr. Funfak in Germany, and the program was originally designed to heal inflammation and reverse metabolic syndrome in his patients, and which this also resulted in achieving optimal body weight. This is 10 years of research that they put into this program, really meticulously marking every individual blood value and pH and food and the effect on that system. It's really incredible, actually. The program was designed by studying the chemistry of one's individual lab values and the chemistry of food, and then using food as a prescription. Okay, to date, the program is managed by dedicated physicians and nutritional scientists, and they are located in Germany. Those are the doctors that I work with the lab results to create an individualized plan for you. Okay, what is it? The foundation of the program is Metabolic Balance's unique capability to develop truly personalized nutrition plan. This is based on an in-depth analysis of your unique blood values. There's 36 markers, your medical history, and your personal likes and dislikes. And here's the thing is, because I am a registered holistic nutritionist, if you have some other symptom or something that crops up along the way, digestion, we can address those things, and I'm qualified to recommend and do so on that as well, specifically one-on-one with you to support you in that. Your personalized nutrition plan acts as your roadmap, indicating exactly what natural foods you should eat in order to orchestrate the biochemical changes needed for reaching your desirable weight and health goals. So there's no proprietary formulas, no injections, no pills, no shakes. It is all food. And because it's all food, and really the biggest variety food, the better. You'll get dense nutrition and exactly tailored and formulated to your specific blood chemistry. Because you're only buying exactly what you're intaking, this program actually pays for itself within about 3 to 4 months with the savings on the grocery bill. Okay? You are not required to keep points or count calories. The only thing is in the strict phase, that 14 days, you are required to weigh on your food scale to make sure you're right to the gram with exactly your portions that have been prescribed for you. Okay? Your local grocery store and your farmer's market can easily provide all of the wholesome nutrient-rich foods listed on your personalized plan. You'll see there's lots of choices available, so you're not really ever forced to eat anything. And the good news is there's also a really well-developed recipe section that I will give to you so that you can really have a few options to go for too. Okay, what to expect from the Metabolic Balance Program? Okay, you can expect weight loss and improved energy. And really, this can be just side effects for some people if their main symptoms and concerns are more metabolically focused, prediabetes or managing other metabolic complications. But weight loss, improved energy, better sleep, improved moods, fewer bowel and stomach problems, less incident of occurrence, um, potential reduction or elimination of the need for blood pressure, like high blood pressure meds, cholesterol, diabetic medication. Lots of good reviews and reports on that. Hormonal balance. This is where the women really, really are happy. You suddenly feel that calming in your hormones, and you're not wired and tired at night anymore. You sleep well, you wake up energized, and you feel like you've taken, you know, just that boost of vitality. Okay. Improved immune function. That everybody wants that, right? Reduced allergies and intolerances. This is another bonus. Improved joint inflammation and pain. You'll save money on your weekly grocery bill. I discussed that. Just discussed that. Highest success rate for lifelong health benefits and weight. We're going to talk about that a little bit more too. A potential benefit for sufferers of PCOS, type 2 diabetes, and metabolic syndrome. Okay. So here are the 8 rules, and once you implement these rules, they'll just become second nature to you. But you'll have them for the rest of your life once you've incorporated them and you've really become to rely on them. Number 1, you want to eat exactly 3 meals per day that are balanced. There's no snacking on this plan, and that is because we are targeting your insulin hormone. Okay, we are trying to keep it as balanced as possible because what your body is only ever in a fat storing or a fat burning state. And if there's insulin present, then you are in a fat storing state. So having that gap between meals creates a state where your insulin is low enough that you enter into the fat burn state and the detoxing, and you really get to dig deep and improve those processes. Okay. So number 2, you ensure there is a 5-hour break between your meals. So if you finish at 1 p.m., then you have right 5 hours until if it's 1:15, it's 5 hours. So it's 15 minutes past the hour when you're due again. Okay. Make sure each meal lasts no longer than 60 minutes. This is for the grazers. Okay. We're not going to sit and eat snacks all day because every time you eat, your insulin bumps. And if your insulin's up, then you are not going to be able to burn any fat. Okay. You want to begin every meal with 1 or 2 bites of the protein portion. And this is because by putting protein in your mouth first at the beginning of the meal, you are activating glucagon, which is the insulin antagonist. So by doing so, you are curbing your appetite, and you're not invoking that insulin response with that meal. It'll keep nice and level, and it'll be optimization. Number 5, be sure to have only 1 kind of protein per meal and have 3 different proteins per day. Okay, we don't mix proteins in this program, and that's specifically because we're trying to burn clean. And I will coach you more on this in depth in the program, but I will explain exactly why you don't want to mix your proteins in the case that you'll have extra acidic toxicity, acid wastes from your unpaired amino acids. And if you're in an acidic state, you cannot lose weight, my friends. So that is important. Okay, 6. If possible, do not eat past 9 p.m. I know that everybody can't adhere to that. Some people have night shift. Other people have, busy lives. I can coach you around that. It's not the end of the world. However, if you can, please try for that 9 so you get that good fasting time in. Number 7, your water amount will be specifically prescribed for you and your weight and your acidity and your offloading. So 80% of weight loss happens through the excretion through the urine. So you want to make sure you're really well hydrated so you can detox and flush everything that you need, all that metabolic waste, okay? This is really specific to you, and it's 35 mils of weight of water per kilogram of weight, and we can reduce that as the weight loss happens. Okay, the other non-negotiable is eating 1 apple a day. Okay, this is great because it offloads your uric acid and just so many benefits. 1 apple a day. It will be a heritage variety, tart one, please, Macintosh, something like that. All right. So when your insulin levels are elevated, chronically so, your cholesterol also becomes elevated. If your cholesterol is elevated, your triglyceride levels and your fat concentration becomes elevated. Your adrenaline becomes elevated, which is a stress hormone we have all become familiar with. This one, cortisol. It's cortisol. And if cortisol is high, melatonin is low, and this affects your sleep. If melatonin is low, then all of your building blocks, DHA, builds all of your hormones, and that is going to become non-functional and you'll become dysregulated, okay? If you have chronic low DHA, you won't have your human growth hormone, and then that will impede your ability to break down fats. So, here are the 4 phases. Okay, this is how it works. Preparation phase is 2 days long, and it is a gentle bowel cleanse. It might be the 2 most difficult days of this whole program because you're coming off of your poor dietary habits. You are cutting off your sugars and everything like that you're used to, and you may get a headache or a little bit of a unpleasant couple sluggy days. But plan it to be at home, drink plenty of water, and I will prep you and walk you through your colon clearing. And I'll give you the instructions how to do that safely and how to do that at the best comfort level we can get for you. Okay, strict phase number 2. Okay, phase 2. This phase is at least 14 days, and it is that full 2 weeks because we are resetting your metabolic pathways and your process, okay? So in these 14 days, you don't want to do anything that's overexerting or ambitious. You want to take this time to really just heal and, go inside, journal, and relax and allow the food to really do its work, okay? After these 14 days, we'll reevaluate, okay? And at this time, we're going to decide whether or not you want to continue because you would like to either lose more weight or you haven't quite met your composition goals that you're looking for. At this time, we will be adding fats in, though, and I'll coach you on that specifically. How much exactly, how to incorporate it, and which ones to use, okay? No matter whether you're going for continued weight loss in this phase, or you're going to change to the 3rd phase, the relaxed phase. Either way, we're adding in the oils at this time. Okay, so the relaxed phase, this can go months and months and months. This is a lot more casual, it's more sustainable, it's easier to do. This involves free meals or treat meals, as some people like to call it, and you get a little bit more flexibility and the ability to really, relax and enjoy life a little more. This can go as long as you like, and into perpetuity if you'd like. We can just work on that with you. Then the maintenance phase, that is when we've decided, you know what, we're at our goals. We're just going to go into maintenance phase. I will walk you exactly through that and make sure you are confident and you know exactly how to dial it back in if you feel yourself going a little too out of control. Okay? So here is what the personal food list looks like. Okay, this will be specific to your blood types. So this food list will not work for somebody else. I mean, it might, but it would be coincidental because there are so many foods in this system and so many combinations to make, but they are all really specifically calculated for your blood chemistry. You'll see fish and seafood as well as a seafood category, and that's a little confusing because they are combined into one. You can see all of the options there: American Swiss, buffalo, mozzarella, cottage cheese, feta, goat cream cheese. When they say that, that's just soft goat cheese, soft sheep. And I can help you all through that as well. Vegetables and lettuce are also another category that can be combined together and interchanged. But it is very important to stick to the very specific types of lettuce because even just changing out and having too much arugula can actually throw off your entire plan. And arugula is actually dependent on where it's grown, how much light, and how it affects your liver. So it's a really interesting dive, and we can go into that into the coaching session if you'd like. But bread, you will be allowed only crispy rye bread or rye sourdough, and the ingredients should only be whole rye, salt, water, nothing else. I can give you the brands and the sources of the ones that I like to use and recommend. Otherwise, those are what you're looking for. Super clean, okay? Here is what the meal plan looks like. You can see on the left, it's breakfast, 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 lunch, 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 dinner, dinner, dinner. Note the 5-hour clocks in between the categories. That is to remind you that you do want that 5 hours to really, really, really keep that insulin low, okay? Now, we can interchange any of these options, and I can coach you through this as well. If you change lunch to dinner, dinner to lunch, we do need to do a little bit of converting, but it's so simple, and I'll give you the rules to do that. Okay, look at all these options. As you can see, the weights are very specific, right to the gram, so you will need a scale. All right, the outline of the consultations. The first appointment, that is where we are going to talk. We are going to evaluate your goals, decide where you want to be, your composition, what you're here for, why you're paying me. And then we will get you your lab recs, get your forms signed, and I'll give you your welcome guide with everything that you need to know. There is an app. That's the great news. You can get your plan right to your phone. And there is an app for the scale reporting as well. So even better, right to your phone. Okay. Second appointment. This is going to be after you've already gone to the lab. You've already sent me a little note saying, hey, Devon, I already just came from the lab and everything went great. And I will check my little portal and I will see if your results are back. And once they are back, I will enter them into the system and send it off to the doctors. And within 48 hours, I will get a plan back and on to our second appointment. Okay, second appointment, we are going to review your plan in great detail. I'm going to have you read it over, backwards through, and we are going to talk it to death, okay? You're going to write down any questions at any time, and we are going to select a start date. Over the next 16 days, so that's the 2 of the prep and 14 of the strict conversion, those 16 days, we will be in constant communication, texting, email, calls, whatever you need, whenever you need it. And I am here for you, okay? Now, your third appointment, this is about 1.5 weeks in, maybe 10 days. We are going to evaluate the results so far, how your journey's going, and how you're feeling, okay? At this time, don't forget, I am a registered holistic nutritionist. So if you're having any other symptoms, any other challenges digestive-wise, or anything that we need to discuss, I am qualified to recommend a supplement or a protocol to really assist that as well. You may need some bowel support. Some people do find they do get a little bit constipated with the adjustment to all of the vegetables. And I can give you a couple of little tips and tricks on that too. Okay. At this appointment, we will also review phase 3. Okay, and that's the relaxed one. We'll talk about the treat meals and how to incorporate those and a little bit more easy living. Okay, again, unlimited text and email. Your fourth appointment isn't really an appointment per se. This is just basically a placeholder that every Friday is check-in Friday. You're going to send me a screenshot of your scale and your body comp numbers and your wins for the week, and we're going to touch base and make adjustments if we need. And this is going to happen every Friday, okay? And that is for 12 weeks. When the 12 weeks are up, that is the end of the coaching support for this program. You won't need me by that time. Don't worry. But if you'd like to continue with the accountability because you feel that you need that support, then there is a membership for $39 a month that allows you to have access to the member area, the videos, the tutorials, the blogs, the letters, all the other good stuff too, as well as a Friday check-in with me. So if that's something you need, then you can extend that for your choice. It is not by any means mandatory. Again, that is your choice. Fifth appointment, Zoom meeting. And this is your 3-month review. This is after we've been checking in for 12 weeks. We are going to reevaluate your pillars of health, make sure everything is just vibing so well with you in your life and sustainable, and you are empowered and just feeling good, okay? We are probably going to have you in phase 3 at this time. You are probably working to your goal right around almost finishing up, or maybe deciding to take it a little bit longer because you're just feeling so dang good. At the 6th appointment, this is another Zoom meeting. We're going to evaluate your results. We're going to review the maintenance phase so that anytime that you're ready, you can slip into that maintenance phase with confidence. And I will review exactly what you need to do if you feel yourself slipping. Okay? Now, this, of course, this whole time you have had email support, and we'll get to know each other, okay? What is the success rate? Metabolic Balance has a 60 to 80% success rate after 2 years. And that is how they measure a weight loss plan, is the success after 2 years, okay? This is the only program that has higher than 50% in the whole world, okay? The success rate is in over 35 countries, and it's globally the highest. And just to put that into perspective, Weight Watchers has about a 22% 22% success rate. And so that, that in itself just speaks volumes. How much weight can I expect to lose? All right. Everybody's going to respond differently. Again, if you have other background issues that maybe haven't been quite resolved right at the beginning, it can take a little bit longer for some people, but we will get to the bottom of it. Realistically, 5 to 8% of your total body weight during the 16-day reset period can be expected, and then 1 to 2% of your total body weight per week past that until your optimal weight has been achieved. And this is your body comp too. So starting at a weight of 180 pounds, you can expect to lose 9 to 14 in the first 16 days, and then roughly about 1.5 pounds to 3.5 pounds per week thereafter. Okay. And then after phase 3, in phase 3, we're going to start putting some exercise and movement, some weight training in to really start to optimize. Okay. What is included and the cost? Okay, so what you get your personal blood work and lab request, okay? You get custom complete nutrition plan from the metabolic doctors in Germany. You get bioelectrical impedance scale delivered to your doorstep for your weekly check-ins. You get 3 months of personalized coaching with the option to extend for accountability, and that is at an additional charge. And it says no additional cost ever again, and that is if you choose not to have the coaching accountability carrying forward, which is totally awesome. You probably won't need me. It's for the people who really want that weekly check-in, or who want the perks of having that access to the Verb behind the scenes hub, the back exclusive content for the members, and that's at $39 a month. And you can cancel that anytime. There's no obligation. And sometimes I, forget that you may have not wanted the coaching. Anyway, a program that works without the yo-yo effect or the need to try something else. Okay? No additional costs. All for $14.99 plus tax. Okay? If you cancel after the blood work has been taken, there is a non-refundable fee for the blood work and the meal plan that I incur on my end, and the terms and conditions are on my site. So you'll just need to be aware of that. Make sure you're in once you're in, okay? The cost of this program for couples. This is something I've just recently done. And I've decided that, if you live in the same house or you are around each other enough that it feels like you live in the same house and you're comfortable enough to share your gastric symptoms with each other, you've always spent enough time together anyway, then we can combine you in a twofer at $24.99 plus tax. And this, you get blood work for each person, like a partner deal. Complete nutrition plan from the doctors for each person. Both of them are authentic. They'll be a little bit different, mind you, because the choices might not be the same. So please keep an eye out for that. But you will get 2 individual plans, and you'll be able to motivate each other. Okay, you will get 2 scales, one for each of you, but they will be delivered to the same address. Okay. You will get the 3 months of personalized coaching. With this plan, with the couples, I do require the 5 major coaching Zoom calls to be done together. If for some extenuating circumstances and only one person can be there for that coaching session, the other person will have to just watch that recording and catch up on that coaching session. Okay. You will have full support, email, text, call. No problem at all there. And that is email, text, call for each of you, check-ins and accountability for each of you. And again, once you have your program, it's your program for life. You can revert back. No more other things necessary. No diets, no pills, no counting calories. All here, all done for you. And then, yeah, I work with you and help you succeed. Thank you for your time. I just want to say that I am a coach who believes in making sure that I set you up to succeed. I am not going to just drop you and leave you after this is done. I'm going to make sure that you are fully confident. Okay. And I am really excited to working with you, and it'll be an honor. Thank you. Take care.